the public sector. I mean, if we look at teachers, our education system is failing as it is because every year the United States keeps dropping in where we rank in the world. So I don't think they're doing a great job, but yet they still keep getting these raises and the benefits. And there's about 6 or 7 governors that have been talking about doing the exact same thing Walker's doing. They just are kind of waiting to see what happens. But the real question is, how do we let the Democrats run away from doing their job like they're doing up in Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio? They're all fleeing when, they were elected to sit there, balance the budget, but because they don't want to, they run away to other states that won't force them to come back to do their job. And I think, why are we paying those guys?
Exactly. See, if I was the governor, I don't know what the law says, so I may be on thin legal grounds here, but I would go get them. I would find out where they are, and I'd bring them back, and I'd say, okay, here you go. You're either going to do your job, or we're going to call a special election, and we're going to replace you. You have a choice. And this is not democracy.
It's not.
No, this is people running away because they don't want to confront some of the tough choices that they have. Yeah, if I was Governor Walker, I would take some tough measures.
Well, he's already stated that he's going to write out statements that you're fired here shortly. And even if you listen to like Rush says, it's like the Democrats in Washington, we're going to let the government shut down. You got the Democrats in these other states saying, we're just, going to flee the state because we don't want to vote on tough measures. And it's like, get a backbone. You're elected to do your job. You're supposed to represent the people. The people elected these governors, so that's a majority right there, and you're still not doing what you're elected to do. You're supposed to represent the people, get a balanced budget, get this country back on track, because the other guys evidently lost, Mike or whatever his name was, because we are broke. I mean, we don't have any money left, and if we add in Social Security, Medicaid, and all those other things, we're at like $80 to $100 billion in debt, or $1 trillion. I mean, we are financially broke.
I have a granddaughter who'll be born this summer, and she's already in debt, unfortunately, because of the reckless spending. And I don't want to see anyone hurt, but we have to look at the solvency of the state of Florida, the state, and all of the other states. We have to make the tough decisions now. Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, have a great one. All right, let's go to line 1 from Orlando. Pete, good morning. You're on BHL with Lynn Miller.
Good morning, Lynn. Doing a good job.
Thank you.
Hey, I've got a suggestion. By the way, I support Governor of Wisconsin, what he's doing, and I've got an idea that can solve this. Apparently, the people, the union employees support the idea of, I'll call it, reducing the benefits and pensions that they've got, and they're hung up on, I'll call it this, union negotiations and union busting. So
yeah.
my idea is, what you do is basically there's got to be two sides in a negotiation, and the side representing basically the taxpayers of the state. If the union asks for anything that is beyond what those negotiators believe that the state can afford with the current tax structure, you give the option to the union that the union, at its own expense, they can pay for a state referendum of voters that specifically would, in effect, give voters the right to increase their taxes by an amount sufficient to pay for what the union is asking for.
Well, Pete, that's a good idea, and I hate to cut you short, but I've only got a couple of seconds left. That's a great idea, but they did that in November. It was called the election, and Governor Scott Walker won, the Republicans won, and they campaigned on the platform of doing essentially what you said, of let's cut these exorbitant salaries and pension benefits, and let's rein in spending. And the people voted them in. Elections have consequences, I think President Obama said, and that's another thing that I actually agree with him on. All right, it is 7:54. We're going to take a quick break. The Brain Buster is coming up, so keep it right here. All the lines are clear. We'll give you a chance to win some spring training tickets for this Saturday. Lynn Miller sitting in for Bud Hedinger Live. We'll be back with more after this. It is going to be a beautiful day in Central Florida, one of those Chamber of Commerce days. It's currently 66 degrees. It's going to warm up nicely. High of 87, partly cloudy skies. Tonight, a low of 65, and again, partly cloudy. You might want to take the umbrella for tomorrow. It's going to be about 76 degrees for the high and some scattered afternoon thunderstorms. But it's another Chamber of Commerce day, shaping up to be a beautiful day as I look out the window here, high atop our secure location somewhere in Orlando. All right. Are you ready to play the Brain Buster? 407-916-5400. Here you go. On this date, back in 1983, the final episode of a very popular television show aired. 125 million people watched this final episode, making it the highest rated program in history, other than, of course, Bud Hedinger Live. What was the name of the program back in 1983? Good morning. What's your guess?
MASH.
Oh, come on. I can't believe it. That is, you watch too much television, sir. What's your name? What's your name?
Jay.
Jay. Where are you calling from, Jay?
From DeLand.
From DeLand. How did you know that, man?
It's just because it was the longest and the biggest sitcom ever, I guess.
I guess so. Well, congratulations. You're going to go see the Astros and the Tigers at spring training. So congratulations. Stay on the line, and we'll get all kinds of details from you. Thanks for listening to BHL. How did he get that so quickly? Man, I thought if we changed the question around a little bit that we wouldn't. But 1983, Matt, do you even remember, Matt? Were you even born then? Jenna says she's not even shaking her head. No.
I think that it's the smartphones. You just Googled it.
You know, that should disqualify you. That should be a rule. No more smartphones, no more technology. You can't just Google this stuff. 1983 MASH. I watched it a couple of times. I was a big Murder, She Wrote fan. I loved Murder, She Wrote, and I also what else did I? Because I'm not a big TV. Oh, The Waltons. Sorry, I know I'm showing my old.
Did you watch Simon and Simon?
No.
Oh, I love that show.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I like now? And I'm really the USA Network, Channel 32, where I live.
Psych?
No, I don't like Psych.
Oh.
I love Royal Pains.
Really?
I do. I watch it almost every Thursday when I'm not doing something else. I love that show.
It's too gross for me. I can't deal with him putting needles in people's arms. I can't deal with that.
It's a great show. It's the love story and all that. And I also like the one that comes on before that, but I can't think of what it is.
White Collar?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I love White Collar.
That's good. So anyway, that's what we watch. But most of the time, I watch Fox News. In the morning, Fox News at night, Fox News. That's just what I normally do.
Fox News and listening to 540.
That's right. That's my channels are set. All right, it's time for a quick break. We'll be back with more, but Hedinger Live with Lynn Miller sitting in right after this.